Hello, FamJam, FamJam Bojangles. Welcome to what is going to be a three-part presentation that is useful for beginners and quote unquote experts alike on how I'm building my Ableton Live audio visual live set in conjunction with TouchDesigner, meaning it's a bit more of an instrument than it is playing loops over and over again. You can get pretty creative, but you can also stay back on like a sequencing style performance. Up to you. Um, I'll show you quickly what I have going on here and what we're gonna work towards, and we'll get right into the Ableton portion of this. I'll try and rifle through these videos as quick as I can, so I'm not just blabbering on. But if I do miss anything, just slow it down. Please let me know, and I'll try and correct it in the comments or God knows what. But yeah, let's get to it. Um, oh yeah, and a quick little intro about myself. That's me. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's me digitally. Um, I'll eventually come on there on camera or something, but for now I'm just a photo. Here we have uh my the start to my Ableton live set. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working at, and these visuals aren't fully synced up properly right now. I think I'm on the wrong TouchDesigner file there, but essentially we're going to keep this to 3 tracks and build the set going downwards. Yeah, so that's just a little glimpse of the one that I'm working on. But we'll get started from scratch here. It's a lot of fun, honestly, and it virtually just becomes a songwriting template for your ongoing works. But let's start from scratch. Cool. Well, this is loading. I guess there's no better time than now than to do the old YouTube thing and beg for likes and subscribes. That way, this video channel can keep on making great content for all of us. I don't know what it is we have to say on here, but if you find this stuff useful, I hope you enjoy it. And, you know, pay it forward. Doesn't have to be to me. Just don't be selfish. Share knowledge. Share likes, whatever. It doesn't cost anything. Um, that's another big topic we'll be going off on later, but sweet. So this is my default template for Ableton Live 12. But we're essentially going to forget everything here. Boom. We're going to start from scratch. Sorry, Command T's for audio track, and we're looking to just do MIDI here. All right, so in its simplest form, we have Ableton with session view here. There's a couple panels we'll look at here. And I'll fly through this so we can get to actually building the rack. But you have the four corners of Ableton are always what can change your UI. Top left, top right is your arrangement session view. Top left is your browser. Bottom left is your little info selection. This little Windows killer for when you're rolling around, you don't know what something might be. You can quickly just browse over it and it'll tell you some info about that regarding piece. See loop switch, main track, title, blah, blah, blah. And down at the bottom here, you have your track options, which this is new to Ableton 12. You can have your tracks come and go, specifically when you're in arrangement view. And you want to have like your tracks, instead of having a mixer, boom, you can do it right there. It's kind of beautiful. Where this new view is really helpful for Ableton Live 12 is, let's say you're working on a MIDI clip, which we're going to do plenty of here in a second, but you still want to work on your macros on your track, you can do that now. So let's say there's an envelope that you want to slot into your track. You can do that right underneath it, similar to how it used to be in arrangement mode, all in session mode. This is really handy for what we're going to be doing later. Okay. So don't mind that. Don't mind this. This is all just part of my default template, which I'll eventually make another video on. And for now, we're looking at an empty MIDI track. Fantastic. We're going to call this our drums. what we are going to do here is go to the browser. And just slot in a classic drum rack. Possibly one of the most iconic pieces of software known to man, in my opinion. And usually you'll have your drum racks kind of look like this. What we're going to do here is we're actually going to create a multi-drum rack. And for this tutorial video, we're going to be working out of the Saruda sample pack just to build this. Perfect. Throw in one kick sample there. And we can see it here in our simpler. We're going to go left click, simpler to drum sampler. Hold on, no. That's new for Ableton 12. I want simpler to sampler. This is a new feature for 12, which is pretty sick actually. I'm sure we could mess around with that, but we'll stick to the plan here. So now that we're in sampler, can take as many kicks as we want. Let's slot them into this zone. I'm sorry, that's a lie. We can slot up to 127. See, as you can see here, we have a 36 out of 37 sampled. $73. 95. 115. And I mean, this is overkill. Realistically, you can get by with at most 10 kicks for a whole live set, but this is if you want to flex your whole audio sample pack. So one thing to note here, guys, kids, guys is a bunch of guys. Y'all are a bunch of kids. So one thing to note here, kids, is we're going to highlight this whole section. Distribute ranges equally. Now we have all of our samples slotted for selection. And this slider right here is what selects what sample we're on. So let's say, come on. Pretty great. So you can actually take all of these as well and normalize their volumes. And they're panning if you feel so inclined. You can also crop the sample and a whole bunch of other options here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down -6 just so we're not popping any kind of eardrums around here. I am also going to take the macro for the drum rack and map this slider selector for a kick to this bottom macro and label it. So now when our MIDI sample plays, we can have full control of what sample we're playing.